Hello, I'm Steve Okonik, sports editor for On Focus, and we are out in front of the brand new stadium talking to Marshfield Tiger football coach Denny Goettl. Denny, thanks for being here.
Nice to meet you, Steve. Yeah.
So, looking back a little bit towards last year, pretty successful year, undefeated regular season, conference champions, made it to a level 4 playoff game. Just kind of recap what last season meant.
Well, last season, I guess you can say it was very much successful for us. I mean, we had a great group of seniors, and you win with seniors. I've said that many times, and over a lot of the years that we play here in high school football, you win with seniors. And we had them. We had 29 guys that all could, participate and give what they had to give to our team last year, and then they did a great job. It was a very, very, very put together team as far as they got along with each other. They liked playing for each other, and it worked out really well. And as far as wins and losses go, we were in some very tight games, and it helped for those guys to be that close and that playing for each other all the time, and it worked out in the end. We won some games in last-second field goals and things like such. But a tremendous year last year, and unfortunately, we lose seniors every year. It's not like we can go recruit kids and bring them in, and they're all same age and have the same playability for our football team. But we try to keep them all, the same level all the way through our program, and kids know what's going on and they know what we expect of them, and hopefully it'll be the same type of thing this year. We know that you have to battle through some trials and tribulations with new kids and having the experience, but we'll put a team out there and get it happening.
Okay. So obviously you do have some players coming back. Who are some of the key players from last year's team that you're expecting a lot from this year?
Well, you got to look at, we have 3 or 4 kids that all had playing time last year, so it gets to be when you have all seniors, it's hard to get kids in the game. So you got our quarterback will be Joe Goettl right now. He's a 3-sport athlete kid. Again, he's had some success in all the sports he's played in. He's been a state championship track triple jump guy for last 2 seasons in track. He's played basketball and he's obviously played football for the last 2 years. So he's a kid that we're going to rely on a whole bunch to be our quarterback and bring a lot of speed and agility to our team and leadership. Ben Gus is our middle linebacker. And again, another kid that's played for 2 years solid, and he started every game last year. Just a tremendous work ethic and a go-getter guy. He's a no-nonsense type of guy. He doesn't want anybody messing around. He wants everything perfect. He's got maybe a little bit over-the-top perfection, but that's what makes him the guy he is and the leadership role he's playing. Ike Meverden is another kid that's our receiver. Great kid. He's played 3 sports for his whole high school career so far. I'm going to rely on him a whole bunch. And then Emmett Meisner is another linebacker for us that had some time last year getting in games at the end towards the playoff season. And those are 4 guys that we're going to really hang our hats on. So it's difficult when you got to bring back a whole offensive line, and we graduated seven seniors last year, and that's a big deal. So we got a bunch of guys vying for spots on that, and we're trying to move some kids around and make some adjustments on our team. So bringing a defensive lineman over, hey, you can help us on offense, and we've got some kids moving, but it takes time to get them up to speed as far as being ready to play Friday night this week, but they will, mold into the guys we want them to play for us on the offensive line. So we're going to be tough defensively right now. The defense is ahead of the offense, and it's not only because of scheme, but they got some great athletes over on the defensive side of the football, and we're going to rely on them a little bit to keep us in games and stop the offense from moving all over the place and giving us a chance to score.
Yep. So obviously, along with bringing back kids and with the class that you graduated from last season, there's going to be a lot of new faces on the team. Who are some of the newer faces fans might not really know from last year that you're expecting to make an impact this year?
Well, offensively, I'd say a guy like Noah Schaefer playing our 2-back in our offense. It's kind of like you might call him a fullback. He's a kid that didn't get a lot of reps last year, but he's worked his tail off all summer long and got himself to be ready to play football. And Derek Helm is another senior that's going to be, and so is Noah going to be a senior. But Derek was a role player last year. He would get out on special teams, and he played some extra points and things like such. And he also, filled in some spots at backup receiver. So he's another kid that we expect a whole bunch out of. 2 kids that are juniors, I would say. we got Wyatt Lemoyne and God forgive me, the other side of the football is Simon Slade, and all his names go through my head and I forget. But they're two junior receivers that are really, really stand out amongst the crowd on our team, and they'll be getting a lot of reps. And we got, there's Brad Hendrickson and Derek Helm, again, like I just mentioned. They'll play receivers for us and make things happen. Our backs in our offense, we have three of them all the time. We got the three that step out right now at this moment for this first week. Bradley Hendrickson and Sam Hinson, and Logan Durham is another dude, and they're going to probably make up the backfield. And Will Nicolai is another junior that he's kind of my wild card. I got him in a few different spots. He's been working some defense, he's been working some backup quarterback, and he's playing running back. So he's a guy that's a jack of all trades, and he's a really good athlete. So he's that, if you put him on a roster, we're going to put down the word athlete by him, So he's one of those kids, and it's really going to be a good player for us. Will Fetting is our backup quarterback at this moment in time, and he's a junior. Didn't take any reps last year on the senior level or varsity level, but he's come a long ways. Did a lot of camps this summer, and worked some. He's a hard-working kid in the weight room. So he's a really nice guy and a good player for us. On the defensive side of the football, there's just a lot of dudes right now. Defensive end, we got two junior kids playing over there, Seth Peterson and Ethan Daggett is another junior on the other side of the football. And in the backfield, there's 7 or 8 guys, in the defensive backfield right now that are all vying for time. And right now, it's like who's in and who's not. You can kind of replace them, with whatever. So that takes care of a lot of stuff. On the defense line, again, there's 8 guys actually that are going to be in a rotation. Evan Kildall is one of the dudes that's down lineman. Tyler Wine is a nose tackle. Kaven Baranek is another defensive tackle. Those are the names that pop out right away. So it's a good makeup of kids, but a lot of new names, and they're different from last year.
So the other big change from last year is going to be where you're playing your games. Obviously, moving from the long period of time that Marshfield football's been at Beal Stadium, now moving here to the Hiding Stadium right outside the high school, right behind us here. They're putting the finishing touches on it right now for a week from Friday. What does that mean to move into this type of stadium, and a little bit on the history of leaving Beal?
Well, I mean, I've been around here not as long as Beal, but I've been around here a long time, and if you look at everything that's going on here, and I just got to sit here and we're thankful as a coaching staff and as our school. We're thankful for the Hidings and for everybody else who has donated even $1 to this stadium to make it happen. I mean, because we've all donated. I mean, and it's now come to fruition that this is what it is. Beal, the magic that was there, it's still there. But memories are made to be lived on forever, and Beal Stadium will have those memories there, and the countless games that we've won at that stadium, and the things that have gone on there, and the championships that were created there and made there, those are there, and that's in Marshfield history. So we're not going to lose that. We know where we came from. Now the pressure's on to make this our home and make some memories out of the new Hiding Stadium in Lukey Field. So we're excited, ready for the challenge. Yeah, you feel pressure. First game, you want to do your best. You want to make Marshfield proud of us. I mean, we're out there for a reason. We're playing for everybody that's in our town, and for everybody that made this come to reality, and for all the sports and for everything that's going to happen here. It's just a tremendous place.
So looking at now coming into this season, what are your expectations for the team coming into the 2019 season?
Well, we want to win more games than we lose. How's that? We want to make the playoffs. That's a constant goal of ours. We want to be conference championship caliber team. That's another goal that we always have. And we're going to have to work our tails off to get there, because we know it's a long road to hoe, and teams are coming after you. You got a bullseye on your back because of the tradition that you have as a Marshfield football program, which is what we aim to do every single year. We want to be that team. I don't want to be the team that they roll in here and say, "Oh, here we're going to just walk over Marshfield." We want to be the team that says we don't want to go there, because they're going to have a really good team, and they're going to play hard football against us. So we want to be there. Goals for our team, like I said, I want to see constant improvement, because we're really putting in. We're going to probably start a couple sophomores on the offensive line, so they're going to be a little bit nervous, and it's going to be a little bit shaky to begin with. Just hope that the couple seniors we got out there playing with them are are going to keep the ship right and do what we got to do and help them along and make good things happen to our team.
Okay. Well, we're excited for Marshfield football. I'm sure everyone out there is. Get down, see the new stadium. Opens up, a week from Friday on the 30th. If you can't make it down here, check our schedule at onfocus.news/sports. We'll be live streaming Marshfield football most of the year. Coach, thanks for joining us.
You bet. Thanks for inviting me on.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for watching.